Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we wanted to do a Iver Johnson 1911 versus the Magnum Research Desert Eagle 1911. Both pistols in Commander size right here. We thought this would be a great video to do a nice little comparison for some less expensive 1911s. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. The ammo is supplied by Elite Performance Ammunition from Sig Sauer. This is their 45 ACP ammo, 230 grain, traveling at 850 feet per second and 369 foot-pounds. Shoots nice, man.
Yep.
Today's video is sponsored by Core Essentials. Core Essentials makes one of the best gun belts on the market today. I've been using their gun belt products since 2016. I thoroughly believe in their belt products, and that's why we are excited to work with them now. I'm currently using the new tactical reinforced nylon belt from Core Essentials. The nylon webbing outer layer is rated up to 500 pounds. It is a very strong belt. The reinforced power core center and super fiber inner lining make this unique belt durable and stiff enough to support small to medium to even larger handguns. The belt itself is rated up to 8 pounds maximum. Of course, I am exceeding that with my duty belt setup here. This is what the belt looks like while wearing my duty belt over top of it. And guys, here's the core belt being used inside of a full duty belt. So it's strong enough to support that. It's definitely strong enough to support your CCW firearm. So now let's cover the belts and go over the system and the buckles themselves. All of Core's belts are 800% more adjustable than your old traditional belts. These trackline belts have over 40 sizing positions to choose from. You just pull the extra belt material through the buckle and you get that precise fit. You can press the belt buckle's quick release tab to loosen the belt. These features make it very easy to find that perfect fit, no matter what your size. The adjustments in the belt's track is made every 1/4 of an inch, making it very versatile indeed. The track is hidden when you wear the belt, and the track is nearly indestructible. We do not see any wear on the track belts that we have been using for over a year. The belt secured the buckle using the teeth clamps and 2 set screws. You've got classic style buckle designs here that do not scream tactical belt, because no one needs to know you're carrying a concealed weapon. Core Essentials offers a 30-day money-back guarantee and a 1-year warranty on their products. My current setup is running the X4 stainless steel buckle and a tactical reinforced gun belt. The whole package goes for a little bit less than $63 after you use the discount code B9USA. That's a real value and a good product that I have tested over time, and I highly recommend it to you guys. I will be buying several more belts coming up and giving them away as gifts, be it for a birthday or for Christmas season. So here's the 2 different color belts that are available from Core Essentials. As far as taking your gun on or off as a concealed carry person, right underneath here is the release. And it's that easy. Very strong belt. Putting it back on. And this excellent leather holster right here. And that's right, guys, I've switched over to the Dan Wesson for a concealed carry handgun. Feed it through the belt buckle, and then just grab it from this end here and pull. And you're good to go. There is no slag in this belt. It holds it really tight to your hip right here. As you can see, it sucks this 1911 up right up against my hip. This is not a light overall package right here, and the belt does an excellent job. If you do place your order, guys, make sure you use the B9USA discount code and save 10% off your entire order. Now on to the review.
So guys, both these 1911s are production 1911 pistols. You know, they're not semi-custom. These are less expensive 1911s, as Beretta Sr. said. So let's start overall quality. Both these pistols are Series 70 1911s. So they are traditional in that way. As you can see back there, there is no firing pin block safety back there. So that's good to see on these 1911s. The Iver Johnson pistol has a forged steel frame, whereas the Desert Eagle 1911 has a cast frame. So that's a difference in quality right there. Just in general, a cast frame will not last as long as a forged steel frame. All right, Iver Johnson Hawk Polish 1911, first rounds. Commander size 1911. Stock mag first, that comes with the gun. %, so far. Checkmate mag. The mag is seized in the gun. It's empty though. There we go. That was weird. Other mag, this is an Elander. Drop free.
Alright guys, let's talk about the slide the frame fitment here on both of these 1911s. Here is the Magnum Research. You can tell this one is very well done. This is the Commander one, and it's just about perfect right there. So as we set this one down and bring in the Iver Johnson, so definitely a little more gapping here down below on this side and the opposite side over here, and then you see a little bit of some gap as it goes up right here. It's not horrible, and the 1911 is fairly tight, just like the Magnum Research is. So both of them I think get a pass for this as far as the fitment of the slide to frame. The machining on both 1911s, well, here's an example right here. This is a pretty nice beaver tail right here on the Iver Johnson. Pretty well done. I was actually impressed with that. Nice job on that one right there. And the Magnum Research, of course, pretty nice work there too. Especially when you consider these are sub $1,000 1911s.
To get this kind of quality as far as machining, as far as fitment of the beaver tails, is pretty amazing at the price point of less than $1,000.
Next thing I wanted to cover was the safeties themselves on the Desert Eagle. It's good, it's positive, it takes a little bit of effort to activate it from the shooting position. Fairly easy to do, and it sounds good. On the Iver Johnson, almost too easy. And I don't think I've ever said that on a 1911 yet, but this one...
The detent isn't good on this one, so I think the detent is better as far as more positive and just higher quality on the Desert Eagle 1911 pistols.
If you are one of those guys that does not ride over the top of the safety, which is what I highly encourage you to do, but if you do ride down below it, I guess it'd be possible when you're dealing with the recoil to accidentally put it on safety, and that would not be a good thing if you're in a gunfight. So that's the Iver Johnson.
Another mag. And the last thing to mention on overall quality, we think, is front strap checkering. As you can see here on the Desert Eagle 1911, you do have 25 lines per inch front strap checkering. Extremely well machined right there. No overruns at the top of the checkering up there. A nice undercut under there. On the Iver Johnson 1911, it's more traditional and just, lesser quality because it doesn't have anything here. It's just a smooth front strap. Again, when you're paying the same price for both these pistols, just let that out of the bag, you're getting more features with the Desert Eagle 1911. Chip McCormick Power Plus 10-round mag. And last mag for me right now. Another one of those checkmate mags. We'll see if this one wants to drop free or not. Nope. Seriously, I have to depress that mag release to get it out.
Okay, did not feed it all the way. Trigger's a little heavier than I'm used to with the 1911. Out of the Neo Mag for reload.
Show it.
Just didn't feed it all the way. It's got it at the top of the magazine.
Okay. So now let's move on to features and how the pistols are set up. On the Desert Eagle 1911, you do have a full-length guide rod assembly and a bull barrel seen right here. You can see how it tapers. Compared to the Iver Johnson, being more traditional classic style, you have a GI style guide rod assembly. Speaking of the barrels themselves, the barrel in the Iver Johnson is traditional Commander style, 4.25 inches, and the barrel in the Desert Eagle 1911 is 4.33 inches. You can see how it sticks out the end of the slide, like so. Again, bull barrel style profile. Three other things that I do want to point out on these pistols. Both pistols do have front serrations to be able to rack the pistol if you need to. And you can see the serrations are a little bit wider on the Desert Eagle 1911 pistols. A difference here, you can see that the Iver Johnson 1911 has a extended slide release versus a GI style on the Desert Eagle 1911. The magazine release button itself, you can see that the Iver Johnson is vertically serrated, whereas the Magnum Research Desert Eagle is checkered. Just a small difference, but it's worth noting. Another mag. Last mag. And now that I think about it, one thing I did miss. You can see on the Iver Johnson 1911 that the mainspring housing is vertically serrated, whereas on the Desert Eagle 1911, the mainspring housing has 20 lines per inch checkering on it.
Alright guys, now we're going to test the Elander mags in the Iver Johnson. And I'm going to go to a two-handed hold just in case I was just limp wristing a little bit in single hand. Last mag out of the follower there. Out of the Neo Mag, let's go to kneeling. Let's talk about grips real quick. On the Desert Eagle 1911, the G10 Spec Op textured grip pattern. They're quite effective, quite aggressive, and they give you a great grip on the pistol. Very nice grips on this Magnum Research 1911. On the Iver Johnson, you have double diamond rosewood grips. Both grips are standard thickness as far as 1911s are concerned. These are not as grippy, obviously. They're wood. They've got a little bit of texture to them and a decent grip on the Iver Johnson. The trigger's just a little heavier than I'm used to with the 1911. I'd say it's more around 5 pounds. And covering sights real fast, the Desert Eagle has steel 3-dot white sights here. Very effective in the field, but they are not night sights, but they are pretty nice, as you can see. You've got some serrations going through here to cut down on glare on the back sight. Quite nice. Comparing that to the Iver Johnson sights, you can see you do have a dot up here in the front, Not as easy to pick up, but it is there. And then for the rear sight, it's just a blacked out sight. Probably good enough for home protection work, but advantage goes to the Magnum Research Desert Eagle 1911.
So let's cover the finishes real quick. The Desert Eagle has a matte stainless finish, and the Iver Johnson Hawk Polished over here has a high polished blued finish. Alright, 11 round CobraMag. As far as magazines go, the Iver Johnson will come with a single 8-round Act Mag, seen here. And the Desert Eagle 1911 will come with 2 Elander 1911 magazines. Tripp McCormick mag. Stock mag that comes with the gun, it's an Act Mag.
Alright, ladies and gents, let's cover the triggers, which I like to do. As far as this Desert Eagle 1911, it has one of the best triggers on a Desert Eagle product that we've noticed. There's your initial take up, no creep, and it breaks. Reset, immediate, right at the wall, and it breaks again. Doesn't get much better than this. This is a very, very good 1911 trigger.
The trigger also has an over travel stop to be able to adjust the trigger if you want to.
As seen right there. Okay. The Iver Johnson, a little bit of a different story here, guys. First thing is, the trigger itself, let me comment on this because I was impressed with this. Look for the up and down movement and the side to side wiggle on this trigger. No up and down movement at all. Now let's go side to side. Ever so slightly, a little tiny bit of movement side to side. Very well, very tight fitted trigger right here. What I didn't like about it is when you pull the trigger, it's one of the heaviest 1911 triggers I've experienced. I'd say it's about 6.5 pounds. It might be 6 pounds. The reset is immediate, nice reset right there, and you're right back to it. And I can just tell I'm way over the 5 pound mark. Anyway, I don't have a trigger scale to measure it exactly, but my guess is 6 pounds, 6.5 pounds. I'm hoping for 6 pounds out of it, but it is heavier than any of my other 1911s. I just thought I'd get that out there.
And that's really weird considering that they're both Series 70 1911 pistols. If the Iver Johnson was a Series 80 pistol, that might be understandable because they traditionally have not so great triggers, Series 80 pistols. But they're both Series 70, so there's really no excuse.
Well, I've also heard that sometimes on triggers that are a little bit heavier like this on this 1911 that they can break in a little bit after like 500 or 600 rounds. We've never been in that position because we've been shooting a lot of Dan Wessons and Smith & Wessons and SIGs, and so the triggers have traditionally been very good from the beginning. But if you kept this one for a long-term test or whatever and you put 500 or 600 rounds to it, my guess is it would probably improve. Don't know for sure. That's my take on it. If you guys have some Iver Johnsons and they were a little bit heavy at first, let us know. If you fired, 800-900 rounds to it and the trigger really became better than when it was first bought. Last thing we wanted to cover was price, because you guys always want to know the price on things. We do like to bring that to you as far as our research and what we found. The street price on the Magnum Research 1911 is somewhere in the $750 range. Full MSRP on it is what, $907?
Yeah, 906.
So just over $900 is full price. You're gonna find them for sure in the $750 to $800 range for this one. The Iver Johnson can be purchased for about the same price. We're finding right around $749. If you guys know of any online dealers or anything like that that sell them for less, please let us know in the comment section. For your money, the overall quality, young Brett and I both favor the Desert Eagle for about the same money. If you're at $740 for this one and you're at $750 or $775 for this 1911 right here, we definitely think it's worth the move. So gives you something to consider. Let us know if you guys have better luck with your Iver Johnsons. I know I Carry One has done a couple of reviews on his, and he's had great luck with his Iver Johnsons. So this is an example of one, just like everything we do. It is an example of one, and we are shooters, so we put a lot of rounds through them. Alright guys, that's about it for this one. I hope you enjoyed this comparison video. And if you're interested in anything at all from Magnum Research, go ahead and go to their website and check those products out over there. Same thing for Iver Johnson. You guys can go to their website and check out their products over there. As always, everyone, thanks for watching the video. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to our channel here on YouTube, Beretta 9mm USA, for more guns and gear videos coming up in the future.